Hello, everybody. This is Sharice with Widow's Cafe. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to talk about, uh, in my book, Red Flags Multiply, A Woman's 90-Day Guide to Relationship Competency. It's online dating red flags. And number 3, we're on number 3, never give people money or any of your possessions. And that applies not just to online dating, but face-to-face as well, especially when you're in that getting to know each other, those couple of months, because you want to be looking at someone that brings value and security to your life. That's one of the things you want to look at. Does this person bring value and security to my life? I remember when I got married, I was 18, and my father-in-law said to my husband, don't marry her if you cannot afford to take care of her. And it kind of hurt my feelings, in a way, because I'm like, he's going to mess things up. I mean, I'm really into this guy, and he's talking about don't marry her if you can't afford to take care of her. But as I got older, my father-in-law was spot on. I knew exactly what he meant. And up until the day my husband died, he worked 2 and 3 jobs. And he didn't just work, but I've worked since I was 16 years old. Just now, I'm able to work and do what I want to do as an entrepreneur. But I've always worked. And that's what advice I would give to any woman that's watching. You're not out there to be a gold digger, to look for someone that can take care of you, because you want to be able to take care of yourself. So this is the value that you're bringing. You have your own money and you can take care of yourself. So whatever this person adds to your table is just a plus. And so that's what you want to take a look at, because once you get married, you're going to do things together. You're working together to accomplish things as a couple. But before you get married, that's why you're checking all of this out, to see if this is a person that you would want to lock arms with long term. Because if they're not able to handle their finances and you're just dating, just because you get married doesn't mean that everything's going to click and all of a sudden they know how to handle all their finances. It doesn't work that way. So you're collecting data when you're dating, because you want to see, is this someone that I want to lock arms with or be a part of their life, and vice versa, long term. The other thing you want to look at is, what would your life be like if you were to get with that person? Even if you thought, well, you start making excuses because everything else might be good, but the finances are not. Well, my mom used to say, it's 2 things that people find themselves arguing about as a couple, and that's money and children. And that was my personal experience. I mean, if it was an argument, or disagreement, a lot of times it stems around money, or kids. And so you want to eliminate all of that when possible, when you know what you're dealing with up front. And that's what dating is. So whether it's online or face-to-face, and you want to be really cautious, online, because you do not want to be giving anybody your information. I touched on that yesterday. Social security number, bank information, none of that. So that should be totally off limits. And you also want to make sure that the person that you're with, you know, when you go out, that they're able to handle the bill. They're not looking at you as, you know, we're doing this 50-50 split. Because you can afford to do a 50-50 split, but you want to make sure that the person that you have an interest in can really take you on long term, because you're doing just fine by yourself. So you do not need anyone to complicate your life. I've been in relationships where the person had no skin in the game, whether they're giving me advice on, you know, they think I need to turn my daughter's room into an office or whatever. When you're not paying anything, you have no skin in the game. And so you have to understand that when you get into those kind of relationships and you go long term, this is what you're going to see. So the person you see dating is the same person you're going to see that you lock arms with, or they can become worse. Because once they think they have you, they can really act a fool at that point. So you want to make sure you know what you're dealing with, especially when it comes to your finances and you're looking at those things. And do not make excuses for people, because that will trip you up. You know, you might say, well, the sex is so good. Well, you better be thinking with your head, because you can get yourself into a situation that you wish that you had never met that person. So another thing I mentioned in the book is, do you feel nurtured or tortured by this person? And so finances play a part, you know, in all of that. And so when there's a part that's really good, it's easy to make excuses. That's why I call the book Red Flags, not yellow flags, not caution. These are red flags where you see exactly who somebody is. And so you can choose to keep going down that path or change directions. Because Maya Angelou, she has a quote, and it goes something like, once you see who a person is, or once a person tells you or shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Number 3, what I wanted to talk about is, look at how this person handles their business. I'm going to say that again. Look at how the person handles their business. So if they're not established the way they need to be established, and you have to really have some checks and balances when you are dating online. But if they do not have what they should have, you know, say a home, a car, just some basic things, well, you need to think about that. Because again, the first question that I had, or the first statement, is, does this person add value and security? And as women, we like security. You know, I want to know, if I'm not working and something happens, that the person that I'm with, they're established. They know how to handle business, and we won't miss a beat. if I'm not working? And so you have to look at those things and think strategically and logical when you're dating. You can't let these emotions get you all off track. And sex is one of the things that will do that. It will just get you all off track. You're not even thinking anymore. And you go down a road that you wish you hadn't gone down. R.C. Blake's, you should check out his channel. He has thousands of subscribers. He's a pastor, but he talks about a GED of a man trying to get with an MBA of a woman. He has something on his channel like that. And so, you know, basically it's like when a person is entertaining wanting to get with you, they need to have what it takes to get with you. And you show people how to treat you. So I'm going to end it on that note. But just make sure when it comes to money, you know, your material possessions, that should be off limits, especially when you're dating for the first couple of months. Nobody should be borrowing money. Nobody should be asking to use your car. It shouldn't be any of that. So you want a person that is self-sufficient, that can handle their own business, absent of you. And as a woman, you should be able to handle your own business as well. So that's all I have to say today. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.